Faith can move mountains. Radio Maria, 91.3 FM.
The voice of truth.
Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to the program Policy Trend on Radio Maria 91.3 Abuja. Today, Wednesday, the 19th of October, 2022. On this program, we look at performances of government institutions vis-a-vis the reasons for their establishment by relevant laws, all to ensure that the public get the best that they can from such public institutions. My name is Godwin, Ogar. Stay tuned. I sincerely apologize for an inability to bring this program some time ago to you. I apologize for that. And some time ago, on this program, we addressed INEC's preparedness for the upcoming 2022 general elections. And we had the head of publicity of FCT, INEC, along with the head of Persons with Disabilities units. And that was some time ago. And they told us about the innovations at INEC, their readiness, innovations such as the use of BVAS, Bimodal Voter Accreditation System, and also the electronic transmission of results. So we looked at the preparation of INEC and stakeholders, but we did not look at the preparedness of political parties. And we know that political parties are major stakeholders when we talk about the issue of elections. And so today we are looking at political parties' ideologies and how they can help to enthrone good governance. Because we look at institutions, we don't look at personalities. So the institutions guide the persons that are at the head of the institutions to do what they are supposed to. And our guest on the program today is Honorable Desmond John. He is a member of the APC Presidential Campaign Council media team. You are welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mr. Ogar, for having me in your studio.
Yeah, they do say that those who occupy political offices or positions within the party are all honorables. Yeah, because they are not allowed to do dishonorable things.
Every man should be honorable in nature because every man is built with life and integrity. So what makes you honorable? It's your integrity.
But for the politician, it's more.
Because they are carrying the wages and the leadership of the people on their shoulder.
Okay.
So it's expected that they should be honorable people in the society.
That's right. So they are not expected to do what people will look at and throw their faces away, say, how can this man or woman do that? Sir, can you tell us a little about yourself?
Okay, my name is Adaji John Desmond. I'm a Nigerian. On a career-wise, I'm a development expert and entrepreneur. And on political-wise, I'm a member of the APC since inception. This is our third election as a political party. On this one.
So you have been with the APC?
Yes, I've been with the APC since formation in 2013. I was in AMPP. I was in APP in 1998.
Okay.
We graduated and we adjusted our name to AMPP in 2003. In 2007, we fly the AMPP tickets. And in 2011, some of us had a cause to do the CPC tickets. And today we are doing the APC tickets, which is now the ruling party.
Yeah, with this, our listener can understand that you are grounded when it comes to political issues as well as issues of election.
Exactly.
So can you tell us about how parties' ideologies can translate into good governance for the people? If parties have good ideologies, can it translate into good governance also?
Okay, let me just first of all, before I answer your question, congratulate the founder and the management of Radio Maria Nigeria. As a child, Radio Maria, the associates or the name, one of the founder, I believe, one of your founder, Reverend Father Chris Alumuku, usually feature in one of the international radio, Vatican Radio then, African program that I don't miss. And I was praying one day that we'll have such radio in Nigeria.
Okay.
So when you got to our office yesterday, that we need to be represented at Radio Maria, I was say, wow, that's a good thing to do, and that is why I just had to be here.
So you're talking about Father Patrick Alumuku.
Okay, Patrick Alumuku, he was in Vatican Radio.
He is the Director of Social Communications, Catholic Archdiocese of Abuja.
Okay, that's good. So a big congratulations to the Catholic Archdiocese of Abuja for this station that will educate and educate not just the Catholics but the residents and people of Nigeria, so that we can know what society, how to run it, the benefit of communication. Now, back to your question. Political ideology is ideology of political association. That is where preparedness for good governance begins. But most times we are expecting a perfect situation. We should also understand that these things are manned by individuals.
You are talking about people expecting a perfect situation. Is there any fault with the ideologies of the
No,
parties?
just let me introduce what you are asking.
Okay.
You are asking of how does political ideology translate into good governance?
Yes.
And I'm telling you that political ideology is a ideology of political association.
That's right.
Okay, so what I mean is that every association has a good, meaningful ideology. And also in politics, political parties, according to our law, are the ones allowed to contest for an election, not individual. Therefore, all political parties, including our own party, the All Progressive Congress, have a good ideology that promotes justice, unity, peace, and progress of Nigeria. And that is what is needed to produce any good governance in any place.
Okay, so what happens what happens internally within political parties also matter. That's a summary of what you just said. We will talk about the ideology of your party and what the party is using to do campaign. Tell us about the APC ideology.
Okay. No, as I said earlier,
because that alone can counter whatever.
Yes. The main ideology of APC is to build a country where peace, justice, progress, and prosperity for all Nigeria is possible, where it is about, where the unity, the future is assured.
Okay.
That is why in preparation for 2015 election, about 6 to 8 national political parties come together and say, look, we need to have a new country, we need to have a better country. We need to collapse our ideology into one system and build a prosperous Nigeria that shouldn't run the way PDP ran our country for 16 years without direction. PDP made a prosperous Nigeria and turned us to a poverty headquarter, not APC. The ideology is, instead of you selling our asset to unproductive hand, let's begin to look inward and begin to think of a better Nigeria through Nigerians. That is the ideology of the APC. And that is why the party is still winning election, even in the face of the many challenges we are facing.
Okay, the program is Policy Trend, and our guest in the house is Honorable Desmond John, a member APC Presidential Campaign Media Team, looking at the ideologies of parties and how they can translate into good governance. You listen to Honorable Chinwe Noram, the PDP spokesperson, and she raised the issue of nepotism. So what do you have to say about Now, the issue of nepotism is coming from the fact that the 6 cardinal positions. You know, the number one citizen of a country is the president. The second citizen is the vice president. The third citizen is the Senate president. Fourth, the deputy Senate president. Fifth, the Speaker of the House of Representatives. Then you now talk of the Chief Justice of the Federation. And presently, which is a fact that you also know, these positions are distributed between the North and the South-South. Is that nepotism? Because PDP believes that in PDP, this cannot be done because the Constitution has stopped it. Even if somebody wishes, somebody who becomes a president wishes to do that, it is not possible.
Which exactly cannot be done in PDP. Now, let's get this accusation or allegations against APC right. It is wrong.
Okay.
There is nothing like nepotism or nepotic actions being engaged by the All Progressive Congress, which is the ruling party now in Nigeria. No. You see.
Well, first of all, let's know that the parties are not on trial.
Okay.
APC is not on trial.
Okay, so
PDP is not on trial.
When you are saying nepotism and you are mentioning APC,
yeah, some people raise.
Yeah, anybody can raise anything. Anybody can raise anything that is not comfortable with. This is election year. This is political season. This is Nigeria, where political parties wants to lead the country. Yes. Okay, so anybody can say anything. But what we need to look at is the integrity of that statement. Now, look at what the offices you mentioned. The office of the president, constitutionally, number one, it's not zoned. So don't accuse any political party that has no legal backing to that. Number two, the other offices that you mentioned is another arms of government that determines who becomes their head, not the political party. Yes, the political parties may have a say because they are
political parties can decide to zone
it, but
to encourage unity.
Yes, but you can see during PDP when it was zoned to the southwest, and there was a contest between Adeola and Tambuwa. Tambuwa won from the north. So what are you saying? So it's the choice of some certain level. Okay. Now, when you talk of Chief Justice of Nigeria, these are career appointments. You cannot say because the next in line is from so what exactly? Look, let's not overheat our country because we want to win election. There are issues like, look at what is going now. For instance, the APC said, some men and women in APC insisted that having the president from the north, the power should automatically be zoned to the south.
Yes.
In APC. Now, some leaders in APC didn't agree with that. You even heard during the election time, the primaries
you will not want to talk about why they did not agree with that.
No, we'll get to that place.
Okay.
During the primary, you heard where the national chairman of the APC said they have reached some level of consensus and the Senate president is their consensus candidate. Another contestant said no, and the northern governors of APC said no. Yes. We have agreed within ourselves that for justice, equity, and one Nigeria, and fairness to all, power should go to the south. When power gets to the south, it's now left for the political corridors of the south to engage themselves and choose whomever we want. Now, during PDP,
that's like micro-zoning.
Whatever they call it, it's their business. When it gets to their zone, let them decide. All we know is that a southerner should be the next card representative of APC to contest in 2023 general election. So for a PDP to begin to accuse APC of nepotism, who in a nation that we want equity and fairness, why don't, in fact, the constitution of PDP allows zoning.
Yeah, it does.
It does. So now that the present president is from the north, are you saying that because the last president of your party was from the south, what do you mean? You think we are sleeping people? No, we are not. We are not. So please, for we in the public domain who are educating our people, let's get to the facts of the matter. Yeah. Let's get it right. And then it's also, let me say this emphatically, it's a shame for some of these our southern leaders who are in PDP to have even supported the power to remain
You know,
in
in
them.
politics, just like people make their own political moves
But
and calculations.
they also
But
now look
the
at
issue
another
is- the issue is
people's
that-
own and abuse it.
The issue is that all those, political permutations are even still good because power is now taken through a democratic means. It's not through violence and all that. Like fighting, snatching boxes are things that we want to discourage. Well, the program is Policy Trend. My name is Godwin Ogar, and our guest is Honorable Desmond John. He is a member of the APC Presidential Campaign Council media team. Our listeners can call us also and make their contribution if you are there listening to us and you want to make your contribution just for the sake of the growth of Nigeria, because we are all in this together. Even if we are not politicians, those who are not politicians and those who are, we all share the same dream to make sure that there is peace, security, orderliness in the society. So if you want to call us and make your contributions on what you feel about what we are talking about presently, you can call the number 081 084 47518. 081 084 47518, and that's a studio line that you can reach us on and make your contributions. We also want us to look at INEC, especially the bimodal
The beavers.
the beavers. We have a call. Let's take the call. Hello, good afternoon. And welcome to the program Policy Trend. Tell us your name, please, and Ignatius. Okay. Please go ahead with your contribution or question.
Yeah, I want to disagree with your guest in the studio.
Okay.
What he is saying about APC, that is not what APC is. I don't remember very political party. But before APC came to power, how much was the naira to dollar? How much was the price of petrol? What was the Nigerian debt?
Hello.
What has APC led us to?
Okay.
He's coming to tell us APC is not enough. They are not interested about. There's insecurity all over. Before 2015, was the killing, was it like this? There's no way you cannot travel from here to Kaduna. You cannot go from here to the south.
Okay, Mr. Ignatius, thank you very much for calling us from Ado. Thank you. We really appreciate. And yes, as we expect more calls, let me quickly say that we are giving you a caller just 2 minutes. Don't be angry so that we can take more calls. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Welcome to Policy Trend on Radio Maria. Tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
My name is David Akolodu Vincent. I disagree with that point that APC man is making there. First of all, I want you to ask you a question. Why is it that you go to one political party? What of the Labour Party itself?
Okay.
That's my
Labour Party will surely feature on this program. We can't bring all the political parties here at the same time.
When?
We'll do that. Just keep listening to Policy Trend.
As you are bringing them, you need to bring at least the four politicians, all of them will speak their mind. At the end, you will get to know.
Thank you. Thank you for calling us.
You didn't bring the PDP and the APC, then what of the other parties?
Thank you very much for calling. Thank you. Thank you.
This is our Radio Maria. I'm a council member.
Yes, we appreciate your call. We appreciate your call. So that is it. Say he disagrees with you, although he was not able to raise the area of disagreement. We have another call. Good afternoon and welcome to Radio Maria's Policy Trend.
Yeah, good afternoon. My name is Faku. I'm calling you from Kambusa.
Gambusa, okay. Gambusa.
Yes, I really appreciate your program.
Thank you very much.
I want you to keep it long. And the way you present things this electioneering period is very mature.
Thank you very much.
That is no answer of
Yeah, I think we lost. Okay.
okay. So but then please I agree with the last caller. Please try to feature other political parties when they are doing this.
Yes, we'll feature Labour Party and feature other political parties.
Thank
Only that we cannot feature all of them at the same time. Thank you. So, good afternoon and welcome. Yeah, welcome to the program.
My name is Franklin. I'm calling from Abuja.
Franklin, go ahead
Yeah.
with your question or contribution.
Yeah, my contribution is this. I agree with the APC man.
You agree with him, okay?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, I disagree with you. I disagree with you. Because in 2015, when our president was doing his own campaign, he promised us that whatever he take over, that fuel is going to come down at the rate of 16 naira. CDC ruled for 60 years. There's no debt. We only have debt of 4 something trillion naira. But in only 6 years, we have a debt of almost something trillion naira.
Okay, you have just 30 seconds left.
Yeah, are we going or not? There's no security in Nigeria. Everything that are building equity and justice. If you are building equity and justice, when you take over, you invite other parties so that they will be able to join us. You was always electing nothing, only for him to be so that without risk. That is not for justice.
Okay.
That is for everybody.
Thank you very much.
I agree with you. Let me never say that again.
Yeah, so we are going to have a little discussion now before we take more calls. So these are some issues, what people feel about what is happening, but these are not all the people.
Yes.
At least you've heard up to 4.
Let me just respond to some of the. You see, Nigeria is a country on social movement, and
social movement.
Yes, social movements. We also have some social challenges, or what we call social problems.
All right.
And when you get to that level, you also need social theories to solve the problem. That's what a lot of people don't know. Now, somebody talk about killing. You know, before the APC came into power in 2015, there were a lot of killings in Nigeria. And one of the promise of the APC is to do all within its context to stop this killing. And if you have heard from the president of Nigeria, during one of his media chat, and I quote him, he said, "When I assume office, I almost absconded over what I saw or what I met."
Okay, he met something worse than what he expected.
What were the things? For instance, in Nigeria, a loan of $2 billion was gotten to procure arms to fight insurgents. This money was distributed within political parties for a campaign. Were those arms bought? How do you expect them to stop the killings? Now, for you to make any effort, another loan has to be procured. Then when we signed the new military hardware with the United States and other countries, with the supplies we have received, and the onslaught is ongoing now. It talks about the economic. There is a global rise, inflations around the world. Our country has been subjected for a long time to a consuming nation, as a consuming nation. The worst of it is that we are faced with insecurity and we are not producing. So how do you want us to stay, to survive? In fact, since we are in a Christian radio station.
But you said it. You just said it now yourself that we are faced with insecurity.
Yes.
But nothing can be done.
The things that can be done is what you see going now. The military are on top of it.
Okay.
You cannot, the level of attack we used to have from Boko Haram down to the city of Abuja. You remember the police headquarters was attacked in Abuja. There's a Catholic church close to the city of Abuja, in Madela, that was attacked. The UN headquarters. So when last did you hear of such? You know, schools were being. I'm not saying we have overcome the challenges. No, but the heat is on the insurgents, and the government is doing its best. Now he talks about the economy, which a lot of us don't know what happened to us in the past. In the past, look at the country income from the FX we got from our crude oil. It was high. So subsidizing for our consumptions was the order of the day. But should we continue to live as a consuming nation? The sowing process, the planting process, the time taken to build your industry, the time taken to secure your industry, your nation for prosperity is the time of hardship, and that is the time we are going through now. I urge every Nigeria to ask and look at the project and programs of APC. Where they don't understand, find opportunity and ask. This nation is undergoing incubation stage. The PDP sold our airline, sold our national assets. Now, did you see where is the money for the investment they sold from the airline? People that are asking. Where was the alternative airline before they sold Nigerian Air? Why was our refinery not working since 1998, since 99, till today? Do we know the international cost of petroleum?
But was there any achievement under the 16 years of the rulership of the main opposition party?
You see, as a young Nigerian,
talking about issues like GSM, about Nigeria-Abuja, Nigeria-Abuja.
Don't mention those things. They are not there. You see, there's what we call global trend. For instance, as you are in the media now, you are moving from analog to digital.
Yes.
Whether you like it or not,
naturally.
it comes naturally. So you don't say it's your achievement.
Okay.
Your achievement is what is the alternative to this trend. For instance, Ethiopia, Nigeria, the Emirate. Nigeria was donating airline to Emirate Air. Ethiopia was coming to do their aircraft hangar in Lagos. So where is Nigeria Air? We were supplying
Nigeria Air is not flying even now.
It can't fly because it has been sold by the APC-led government, and they didn't invest the money they got from there to any alternative airline. Where's the Texas industry? Where's the pride of Nigeria, the car for Nigerian road? Where is he? These are source of employment. These are source of national revenue. You know, only one seaport is active in Nigeria, Eroro and Apapa.
Even right now.
Is this government that is opening the other three ports, Port Harcourt, Koko, and Calabar? So for 16 years, even one of them in 2007, Yaradua gave a contract for expansion of Nigerian waterway. What happened immediately after his death? The money was sunk into the sea.
But
do you know hold on.
Okay.
These are the things that is generating this heat. As long as you are not producing, there is no way you will support your consumption.
Okay, Honorable, that's why we talk about ideology, not human beings. Do you agree that those PDP members who were in power during those times you just mentioned are in APC now?
Yes.
So that's why we talk about ideology.
Now,
because politicians can move from one party to another.
Yes, that's true.
But what has the party done to make sure?
Now, you see, I don't want to be personal here.
Okay.
As you say, some of the PDP members are now in APC. Now, do you look what happened in APC between 2015 to 2019? Some of the PDP members that came to APC with their PDP ideology, the system of APC does not accommodate such people. They have to go back.
Okay.
They have to go back, and you can see them where they are today.
We'll talk about ideology of your party because PDP spokesperson spoke about the ideology of PDP. Yes. We have another caller online. Good afternoon. Welcome to the program. Please just 1 minute. Tell us your name and make your contribution. Okay, Philip, go ahead.
The APC was voted in
2015
because of PDP were not performing.
Okay.
So all the citizens is complaining. They're supposed to perform better than what they are doing. They should not be comparing what happened in 2015.
Yes.
All the indices show that they are faced inflation rate, unemployment rate, all the indices. Fuel Obasanjo received great fuel per liter before throughout his time. These will receive higher fuel, but they are not performing. They are not performing, nothing. So we're trying to do better. It's not to compare to because the PDP was not performing. That is what I want to see. Thank you.
Okay, that's a good one.
That's a good one. You know, this is one of the things that we need to identify and then build on a good, robust continuity that can ensure stability for our nation. People should avoid comparing APC with PDP.
But you know that it's not possible.
It's not possible. But just as the last caller just said, the truth is, Nigeria would have been far better than where we are if PDP had laid the roadmap, the foundation that APC is doing now, that is now subject to every point of criticism like hardship.
Okay, but before we receive calls, we're going to talk about programs of the APC ahead of the elections. What is the party ready to do? What is it prepared to do? What is the party going to do if the party wins the next presidential election?
Now, somebody, the PDP person, when you ask him about the candidates of the APC, the publicity director of PDP, and he said something that the APC is going to continue. That the APC candidate
the APC presidential candidate is promised to continue from where?
Now the question is, does she know what the APC has done? One of the basic things.
Well, she's not here now.
Yes, she's not here, but you see, this is politics, so we'll talk to ourselves politically and we'll talk to Nigeria developmentally. We'll separate issue. Now, one of the things the APC has done for the past 7 years is to rework the foundational basis for our growth. Is to rework the foundational basis for our development. Take, for instance, the case of Lagos State. Between 1999 and 2007, when Bola Tinubu became governor of that state internal generated IGR was just 600 million. The man laid a roadmap, developed a revenue-based economic that within that his 8 years, their IGR became increased to 7 billion naira. In continuity, that a lot of people are accusing him that they don't know the importance of continuity. The only thing that can ensure stability in any society is continuity. Now, as we are talking, Lagos State IGR is 45 billion naira. Now, what that means is that no state, and these are states that has been democratically ruled by men and women who say they have something to offer since 1999. Sir, no state, including the states that takes 13% extra from our natural resources. State.
But is there any plan for the same
hold
person
on.
to do that for
Hold
Nigeria?
on. Just I'm getting somewhere.
Yes.
Now, you are talking about APC. So I'm giving you a background to what APC has done. What has Tinubu done, sir? Tinubu, what has Buhari done? The APC, what have they done? They are passing the country through the same process of foundational basis of development that can lead to production. Look at the power industry. $16 billion was spent without power in Nigeria. Today, cement is in the country. What that means, in the next 2 years, there will be power available from Germany to revitalize our power industry so that production can increase. That's number one. Number two, have you ever traveled? Do you know, under this government, the National Inland Waterways, one of the highest importers
is through the waterways.
It's through the waterway.
Yes.
And the southeastern Nigeria has the highest quota of people in Port Search. Go to Onitsha, go to Nnewi, go to Aba. Today, the inland waterway of Onitsha has been commissioned. What does that tell you? In the next 1 year, in the next 2 years, Apapa will be decongested. The economy, the IGR of Anambra State will increase. What of agriculture? We are gradually moving to food sufficiency. What does that mean? What that means is that 3-4 years from now, Nigeria will be exporting more of our food to other countries.
And farmers will begin to.
And farmers, there are communities you go today that our people are complaining in the city that they will tell you that the only man they know is Buhari. Why? Because Buhari has encouraged local production where they are the leaders and people, and they started increasing their own.
But how was he able to do that? Is it by making sure that the price of food increases so that farmers can?
No. You see, for instance, before in Nigeria, when we were small, when I was less than 15 years old, we hardly know what is called foreign rice. The highest rice we came in contact with was called Uncle Ben's. Okay. But all of a sudden, even those who are not close to where these foreign rice are breed are now the owner. So we left our own constituency, our own primary source of eating or farming to go and be patronizing someone farming in Thailand. You know, there are a lot of government programs.
But the president has stopped importation
of a lot of things, not just rice,
local farmers
to encourage the local farmer. But the challenge is that within the period that you are the period that you are trying to develop,
our belt.
that you are developing your own process, a lot of challenges are bar, and that is what we are going at. Now, what do you think the Tinubu administration, if he wins, what is he going to do? He said, Your Excellency, speaking to the president yesterday, that your legacy will be wrong. I will continue from where you stopped. Where did the president stop? Building Nigeria for Nigeria. And that is what he did in Lagos. If you remember, for 3 years, the local governments in Lagos never received 1 naira from federation account.
Yeah, because
they never go.
Tinubu created.
Not Tinubu, don't call Tinubu, because the law allows them to expand.
He did it.
You see, when you say
the
Tinubu,
law allowed it.
yes, and he did it. Yes. And the people of Lagos are happy with him.
The federal government decided to withhold
because the government there never knows the importance of what we call local development area. One of the challenges we have in Nigeria is corruption, and the only way to reduce corruption is the available resources. Let it be shared, let it be used,
let it go to the
grassroots, let it go to the people. So what that means, like in Abuja, we have 6 local governments. What happens if we increase the local government to 10? What that means is that instead of one man sitting in Buhari or in Lugbe or in Kuje and Abaji, you know, you have splitted the resources of the people, and out of this multitude, 2 or 3 could come out better. So the expectation of Tinubu's administration is simple. We're going to reinforce our development theory. It's going to be Nigeria for Nigeria. Tinubu never say, let me go to America and no. Look at the men he work with. They brought Osibajo from the university system.
Okay.
They brought Fashola from the legal system. They brought Flyer from the tax system. And look at it. Look at how beautiful they become. From Lagos State, they are all translated to national asset.
Well,
and that's what we are enjoying today.
The program is a policy trend, and we are coming to the end of the program. My guest in the house is Honorable Desmond John. He is a member of the APC Presidential Campaign Team Media Unit. And before we let you go, just in 30 seconds, just your final word before we call off the program.
My final words this for today, because we'll be back again on Radio Maria by the grace of God, is that to everyone listening to us and to me from this station, I represent the aspiration and the dream of every Nigerian. I want a better country that can be proudly called my own. And with that, my presidential candidate, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the APC, say he seek a nation that is founded on peace, justice, and prosperity for all. A country that is regardless of religion and region, ethnicity and class. A country that Nigerians can call their own.
Thank you
that
for
is what
coming
we are out
on
for.
the program today. So, listener, join us same time next week for another edition. My name is Godwin Ogar, and I want to thank those who are on console for me, Gladys, and in fact the head of the editorial team, Kalechi. Join us again next time. All those of you who called, I also appreciate you. Bye bye.